Well, like if with anything technical, there's always going to be problems. Tested the stream about 5 times before going live tonight at 9:30. Lo and behold, computer crashed, game crashed, nothing had fixed there and then. But we're back. Techno's back. We're going to go back in. We're going to play the Hunter Call of the Wild. Game's up and running now. Should be no technical issues moving across to it. So without further ado, start gaming. So I don't know, first thing I noticed, what a beautiful game, man. Look how pretty that is. Now I ain't got all the bells and whistles, so I'm only 1080p gaming, but looks really, really pretty. So we've got his PDA left, let's have a look. It's brand new mission, brand new level, brand new playthrough, episode 1. So locate track, shoot an animal, harvest an animal. So I imagine we have got some tracks to find. Oh. So if anything, don't know what type of deer it is, but we've got some just in front of us there now. Is it a shot we can take? We can't see. Now I'm no hunting expert, but I know you've got to be aiming for the lungs to drop these types of animals. So it says we're in a crouch position. Let's see if we can move across to that rock. Guess if we just take it nice and easy. Line up the shot. And she's off. Must have been a good hit with the amount of blood on that. So what have we got here? Blood splatter, vital organ hit. We've got the tracks down here. See if we can find that beauty. Grab our first kill. Looked to be a good shot. Can't imagine it went too far. And I imagine the PDA will give us further and further missions to accomplish. Ah, there it is. Oh, there we go. Got his first kill.
If you want to get your bearings, there are lookout points spread out all over the reserve.
Oh, look at that lung. Yeah. Good vital kill. So, what we got? You can't taxidermy the animal because you have insufficient funds. You can save this harvest until you can afford to taxidermy it. Well, we'll save it. A little bit of cash. And it looks like a little bit of rifle scope reward, so it's some sort of XP. Nice. So how do we get this PDA back up? So, getting the lay of the land, Colton Dog Loki, lookout point tutorial. So I assume we'll be moving off to the waypoint then. Let's get shifting. What else do we have on us? What's this? Some sort of scent spray, probably. Some sort of caller. Another caller. Another caller. And we've got his binos. We've got some sort of free... What's this? 356 Magnum or something? This is on the side. 357. Yeah. We've got a shotgun. And I say we've got this rifle. So, without further ado then, let's start making our way up to this lookout post then. I can imagine this probably gives us some sort of view of the land. Oh, it does look good, this game though. Knowing me, I've probably taken the most complicated route up to it. There we are. So we've got this compass down to the bottom right. Looks like that love heart is some sort of stamina. So I can hear heavy breathing now from character. Let's keep making our way up to this point. Oh, another black-tailed deer. I guess when you get a bit too close or they get startled, I guess you get a warning call before they bolt. Check map here. Easier path. I think there's a path all the way around in there on that side. But yeah, from what I understand on this Lake District that's level, I think we've got black-tail and white-tailed deer. I think we've got Roosevelt elk, black bear, possibly moose. There's also a sound indicator as well, isn't there, on the bottom right, telling us how noisy we are. I wonder when you get to the top, I wonder if you can actually see animals off the top. I wonder if they'd render.
Would you look at that view? Never gets old, I'm telling you. From up here, you can see a lot of great hunting spots in the area. Valmont's not only where Hope set up camp, it's also famous for the railroad bridges along the old North Pacific line. Keep an eye out for them if you can in between blacktail hunting. Or why not use them as vantage points? I once bagged a whitetail from the Runaki Bridge. Be sure to stop by one of the outposts. You can find pretty much anything you need there.
Right then, so let's move that waypoint then. So that's opened up Balmont then. Up to north. I guess these are safe houses. What we've been to is a lookout house. And then we've got some sort of maybe trails or animal spots, not sure. We've leveled up as well. Let's see what we've got for leveling up then. So we have got skills, so it looks like we have got a tech tree to work through. 1 point at the moment. Looks like there's only the tier 0 at the moment. So locate tracks, so level 1. We'll get directional tracking cone, becomes more accurate and narrower both in the world and on the map. So that'll be helping tracking them. We have a look at ambusher. What have we got here? Increases the number of uses per canister for scent and lures. I think because it's going to be my first time running through this, I think we will go for the tracker. Hopefully make it a little bit easier. Inventory, I guess this is going to give us an idea of what we got. 243 rifle, plenty of ammo, 12 gauge shotgun, what a 357. I guess it's not a magnum, but it's some sort of sporting hunting rifle. And then we've got some colas. Story missions that we've got now then. So visit an outpost. We'll get that tracked. And I guess mark that down there. And we'll start in down then. Make that our first point of call. Don't know what I'm thinking for episode length. Probably keep it to at least 45 to an hour for this first one. Just get the lay of the land, understand a little bit about what we're going to be coming up against, what our objectives are going to need to be. And then who knows, we might make it a little bit longer. Hopefully move down to this outpost then. Looking at the controls, I think this is our sprint. I think we can move it down for a slower walk, and then even slower at that. I know it's on PC, I'm not quite sure if this game's on console, but I do know it's multiplayer. I do know you can hunt with your friends, which does sound fun. Bit more XP
place,
for that then.
Right? You won't find a soft bed in many parts around here. Don't forget to stock up before heading out.
So I guess this is where we managed to get all the stuff. So we got bearskin rug. So we got bed for sleeping. So we got all his inventory and stuff here. So yeah, it does look like the more you use the guns, the more XP, the more you probably have to level up.
Guy I mentioned earlier, Hope? Well, looks like he's been having a bit of a problem lately. He's been camping out over at Balmont a couple weeks, but coming back last night, he found his camp turned on its head. Some food was taken, and apparently the place looked like it had been really messed with. I don't know if it was an animal or some tourist troublemakers, but I'm up in Topeka all day and can't look into it. Listen, I know you probably have other plans, but you're in the right neck of the woods, and I'd sure be grateful if you could just stop on by and have a look.
Well, Not doing all else today. Yep, we'll give it a look. Look at some of these guns though. Oof. Can imagine some big
Hope
game in
showed up
this.
here 2 years ago. Said something about getting off the grid. I heard he lost his family in an accident while he was deployed overseas in the army. Hit the poor guy hard. I guess out here you only need to look out for yourself. It's easier that way. Not the most cheerful fella, to be honest, but he's earned his peace for sure. Let's find out whoever did this.
So I guess we've got to go help this war veteran. Get the mission logs up. Travel to Hope's camp. Place that waypoint there. Now, when I got the game, I noticed I managed to get a few DLCs, I believe, for traversing rather than walking. I'm almost certain that we've got access to a quad. Here we go. Go for the Hunter Green, I believe. So this is going to get getting around a little bit easier. So we'll take that path, that trail down. I guess we'll just follow that up north to Hope's camp. Roadway. I think that would be a good idea rather than just following that down to the bottom. Oh, I can imagine this is pretty good in multiplayer. Feel like some sort of park ranger. Oh, I can't get over how good the visuals are. Really immersive. I like it, some willy. So if we follow this road, it should take us straight through Hope Camp. So no need to get off the quad yet. This cost 2,100 to build. I don't believe we had that much money, did we? No, might have to leave that for a bit. Given the price of it.
You're getting close. Hope mentioned seeing some tracks in the mud. See if you can find them.
So, find tracks at the camp. So, let's have a look around then. Well, so that's black-tailed deer. I can't imagine it was that he ran into and had problems. So I imagine if it's some sort of camp, we're looking for some sort of tent or cabin. So, just keep his eyes out. Ah, here we are.
You found them? Great. Snap some pictures for the record and see if they lead anywhere.
So Richard Hope, meticulously built survivalist camps can be found across the Lake District region when hunting is your main source of sustenance. It is very important to have few safe havens to rest at. But what happened to him? So, let's find these tracks then. Can't say he's living the life of luxury. See if we can find these tracks in the mud. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, they're human, not animal, are they? There's quad. Probably need that to move on to the next part. Take photos of tracks. Should go back to camp. I think I might have missed maybe something. Tell you what I can see. I can see a fucking moose. Look at that. There's a moose loose inside this house. So at least we know they hang around these areas then. We'll come back and get that. I'm guessing I must have missed something in the camp then. Oh, I guess he's Left his business in the camp. Here we are. No, there's the moose. So I'm imagining, is there some sort of camera available? I have to quick look. Is that in my inventory? Take photos of tracks. Find the tracks and take photo of the tracks. I have to have a quick look at any key bindings, just see if we can work out how to... P. There we go.
Yeah, definitely human. Looks like a troublemaker then. Now, I don't want you to go picking any fights, but maybe you could follow them and see where they lead.
Well, I guess this is going to lead us to that rag that we went to earlier. God, you could take away guns and just...
Some ripped clothing.
Use it as a
and
walking
no more
simulator.
tracks, huh? Well, just leave it for now, and I'll see what I can come up with. This'll help, though. Thanks.
Well, I guess throughout these missions, then I guess we get to find out what's happened to Hope. So I heard from Doc. You helped out at the camp. Thanks. Can you help out some more? Why don't you try hunting down a whitetail or a blacktail? Go for a clean hit in the dark. So we'll accept that. So I guess switch back to our missions then. Let's see what it's wanting from us. Well, it's not night time yet, so I guess looking at that, it's 10 to 3, so we'll continue main mission then. So travel to Lake Chila, harvest a white-tailed deer or a black-tailed deer at night, or travel to Beaumont, find 3 footprints from 3 different black-tailed deer. So we'll stick on with that one then. Where are we travelling for this then? Nowhere. So we are in the right area. We've got a new perk. Let's check this out. Perk point. I imagine the majority of the kills are going to come from rifles. Everything else is locked. Muscle memory unlocks the ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode for a rifle. Shotgun. That's the one we'll take. Ooh. So that's what a black bear sounds like then when it's not happy. Right, so I guess then we're in the right area. I guess we've just got to... go looking for these 3 different black-tailed deer. Doesn't say we have to shoot or hunt them. Now I'm guessing down by the compass then, wherever the green cone is where the wind is blowing. So we always want to make sure that we're downwind ascent. That's the moose that we copped earlier. So let's have a look at white-tailed deer then. Oh, sorry, black-tailed deer. Let's see if we can find something about where they like to hang out. So black-tailed deer is generally considered a subspecies of the mule deer and native to the western part of North American continent. The blacktail thrive around the edges of forests that are typically rich in underbrush and grass, which they feed on. They tend to avoid open areas that lack hiding spots, especially during harsh weather. The blacktail is a medium-sized deer comparable to the white-tailed deer, but black-tailed bucks' antlers take different patterns that are more similar to a mule deer. The blacktail's antlers grow from a spike into a distinctive double fork shape, so they're quite docile, somewhat skittish. Forests with a lot of underbrush, excellent sense of smell and hearing. Again, we'll have to make sure that we're always downwind. Usually solitary, but can find in small groups. You can find them during the dawn, dusk and night. That'll help us with the next mission. We've got to use class 4 ammo. We've got a deer bleat, a deer caller, a blacktail scent, and they're ominous. Right. So, in that case then, what did we have in our event? So what's this going to bring towards us? White-tailed deer, black... there we go. Edges of forest. Got nice lush green forest over there to our south. Looking at the wind though, it's not going to be great moving in from that direction. We'll have a little try on this. See if we can hear anything, at least then we can pinpoint and move towards. This is going to send us up on a north, away from the quad. Not great, but I'm sure we can recover it. I'm sure there won't be an issue. The thing I like about this, it's a lot less intense than the usual games I end up playing, especially like squad and postscriptum. It makes a nice little change. Relaxing pace. So we've got a black bear. Not what we're looking for at the moment. Let's hope that that's not thinking that I'm some sort of deer in distress and it's going to come over for it. There, you can see the noise indicator there. And I guess the middle one is how visible you are. I imagine that's how it's calculating that. So we'll keep moving. So it's 3 different tracks from 3 different whitetail. Looking at the size of these ones, this is going to be that black bear. Looks like it's running away from me, so clearly must have... Oh, right, okay. I don't know what kind of rifle this is. 256. This is an... Oh, right, okay. Do we opt for the shotgun? Or the 365 the 357 Magnum? That's going to have some stopping power, isn't it? Maybe I should have opted for the rifle for the penetration side of things. At least I could have maybe hit an organ. But, hit, nonetheless. Let's... Oh, no organ hits. Just a blood splatter. Well, I'm going to keep the shotgun out. I don't fancy getting charged by an angry black bear. Now, if David Attenborough's taught me out, I think black bears are a little bit more docile than their bigger cousins, the grizzly and the brown bears. So it's saying there, but it's a level 7. I have an awful feeling that I'm not meant to be shooting or even going near bears at the moment. And especially with that thick coat, clearly our rifle has done very little to it, the shotgun. So, what we got here? So that's where moose rest, between 12 and 4. I think we'll head east then. We'll head east. See if we can pick up the trail for these black-tailed deers. But these are not edge of forests really, are they? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about you for the time being. I think we're probably... If we get back to the quad... I know it's a bit of a run back to quad, but if we can get back to quad... And then go and find some nice lush forests, although we seem to be heading towards some now. And another thing I noticed, whenever you engage an animal, and I noticed on that first deer that we got, it turns red. So I can imagine, all within that area, I can imagine must be on alert. There's a mad gunman loose. So let's flick back to our caller. And I imagine they called back. I guess that's your indicator that something's taken notice of what you're doing. You can see wind now blowing south, so we'll continue to move west. can imagine I'm going to have to get some practice on this. Definitely a lot of patience is going to be needed. Let's see what else we got then in. So we got some sort of sounds like some sort of rabbit or some sort of smaller creature that's in like distress. I can imagine that's for the bears and coyotes that'll be up here. What else we got? That's just is that another deer kind of noise? Now, we only have to find the tracks. We don't actually have to engage any animal or at the moment. I guess we just got to get on some sort of track. Feels good. Definitely, definitely immersing me. I actually feel like I'm out in wilderness. See, this looks like a good spot where we're going to find some sort of deer. Again, not too worried actually if we start pushing towards the quad now. So we don't have to kill them. Suppose we can earn XP if we do manage to tag one of them, but we only have to find the tracks. Nah, not there. Guess just keep pushing down here. I think we'll at least try and make it to another safe house. So we've got to find the black-tailed deer in the Balmont area. So if we travel across there, see if we can get to another safe house. So we're going to be going east. Oh, ah, rabbits. Oh, this suspension's going to love me going up them. And I suppose the more we explore, the more we'll uncover. What's this? Deer books, typical. atypical antler arrangement. Typical antlers are symmetrical and their points go straight up off the main beam. Atypical antlers are asymmetrical and their points may project at any angle from the main beam. So I guess kind of get a little bit of, understand a little bit more about the animals as well. Looks like we're on track as well. And a lake, that might be a good spot for these deer. Too big, aren't they? I can imagine most of the animals will have certain areas where they'll prefer feeding, prefer drinking, sleeping. And I think this is just one of multiple areas as well. I know with the pack I got, I think we've got quite a few areas to visit. I never saw that.
Look at that. You found a shed. I've already got a big enough collection back home, so I've started selling any new ones I find. People often buy them for handicrafts, you know. Knife handles and such. I once sold a really nice moose antler for $500.
Yeah. Some sort of collectible. Maybe there's some sort of shop where things can be sold. Not sure. Let's push on. Oh, we had a shotgun now.
If you want to stay busy on the road, I'd keep a lookout for sheds. You know, antlers that are shed by the reserve animals. They're rare to find and very popular to collect.
I know from when I was getting the game on Steam, I saw pictures of geese and stuff, so I think we can shoot birds as well. So this will bring us to another safe house. So we can rest. So where's this brought us up to now? Belmont, so we are in the right area. It's marked on there for us on the map. So to say that we've been investigating down there, it's a big map to explore. It's going to take us a while, this one. Here comes the rain. Oh, the weather effects are pretty good. If you remember that codex, it said between dawn and dusk. So we're not far off. Not past thought. So we've got edge of a forest up here. Let's try our bet up here. If no luck, we'll sleep at the station and we'll call it there for our first episode, I think. Right, so that's X is to whistle. Ah, Z's prone. There we go. So I imagine the rifle that it's given us so far is perfect for the deers and the stuff that we'll be obviously hunting in the early game. Yeah, hopefully it won't take us too long to get up. I know in some levels we can hunt bison. I think there's a African level. I think we've got big game there to hunt. There's definitely hogs. Definitely a variety of animals. It's just my luck, innit? Come on to a hunting game and I've scared all animals off. So it's a note left by cutting tool, cover, flint and steel, rope, container, awareness and curiosity. And we locked a law. Ah, nice. And we've got some tracks ahead. So let's investigate these, see if these belong to our elusive blacktail that we are unable to find. More bear tracks. I guess once you've examined them, I guess it stays blue then, so you know you're following the same tracks. So there's something here that's mixed in with a bear. Let's have a look at them. Oh, more bear. So looking at the time then, we'll head back to the safe house. I think we'll rest till night time. And I guess episode 2 will come out at night. Hopefully we can get 2 birds with 1 stone, if you don't mind the pun. Playing a hunting game. And we'll go for the nighttime mission, because if they are prone to being out at early morning, dusk and night, should be able to find the free tracks and hopefully bag one. But yeah, I'd have thought this would have been ideal territory for him. Either clearly don't know enough about nature or don't know enough about the game yet. yeah, we'll definitely play a bit more of this. I really want to get into it, especially see the different game and the different animals we're going to get the opportunity to stalk, to learn about, and of course bag ourselves some good trophies. But definitely for episode 1, the blacktail remains elusive. No, Mr. Moose, not interested in you yet. Can't really say we've accomplished much this episode, but I think this should be a good point to stop. Episode 2, as I say, we'll head out on a night, see if we can bag the blacktail, track 3 of them, and harvest one of them. But yeah, that's been Techno tonight playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. Tune in for episode 2. Hope to see you there. Take care.